So literally just pop this open, and I don't know if y'all can tell, but this is your pickup coils, which tell your engine to spark essentially through the CDI and all that stuff. And there's a slight amount of corrosion here, just a little bit. Oh, now we got spark over here. Okay, and then this guy should be on the other side. Look at that. I don't know if y'all can see that. Oop. I get spark when I turn it off. No, they're sparking. Okay, so it was just turning over not fast enough. We did in fact fix the issue. Just changing these, I guess these are carburetor boots? Don't remember, I bought these on Amazon when I got the bike, because the ones that are on the bike, I'll show you in a second, are shot. I don't know if you can tell, but there's some cracks in this. Well, you probably can't even see them, I'm sure. Yeah, probably not. But yeah, there's like one crack in this that I feel like would prevent it from running correctly. So I got, 4 of them here. Maybe I'll put them on eBay and sell them as an OEM part. Maybe somebody would want those. They'd probably be fine. Hey guys, welcome back to the videos. Welcome back to the channel. Today, well, in this video, I should say, we're working on this bike right here. This is a 1991 Kawasaki Kz1000. I believe it's a 91. This is actually a 99, 599 Kawasaki Kz1000. This motor is an 80, good grief, it is so windy, it's just blowing crap in here. This motor is an 86 Kz1000 motor out of that bike. So there's some clips of me tearing into this. I threw the carburetors on it. I had to change these boots. I mean, this is the main problem I think we're running into right now. So this thing has compression, spark, and fuel. I know it has all 3 of those, except the spark is very weak. It's not sparking consistently, and I'm guessing it's the pickup coils being completely rusted up. I sanded them, I got spark, but it was very weak. Also, they're super corroded. The plates are just trashed. Every time I clean them, they just get like more crap on them. So I got a new set, or a new used set of those coming in. Is that gas? I don't know what that is coming out of the top of the carburetor. We'll ignore that. So that, and also the battery being a completely dead unit, using the jump starter to start it is not ideal. Either way, I want to change the pickups for a good set, and I got to get a battery for this thing. Also, I don't know if I remembered filming this, but I did get the exhaust kind of on. It looks terrible. I have the center piece, you probably can't see it, undone. Headlight is on. I wired it up professionally, as you can tell. Just ignore that. It's mounted solid. You don't need that really when you're riding during the day, unless you're worried for your life. I threw these handlebars on it because I really liked the way they look. They're way too far up right now, I just realized. Also, this thing looks terribly loose. Gotta do that. Has a key now. Gas tank, and I did get a petcock for it, which that might be another reason this thing ain't running. I always say I really like Kawasaki, but sometimes they are a little overcomplicated. The petcock, when I got it, I was like, why is there 2 nipples on this thing? Isn't it just supposed to be fuel to one carburetor, or the one fuel inlet that spreads out? No. So it turns out that there's some like vacuum ports on the top. So number 1 goes to the 4th carburetor, number 3 is plugged, and number 2 has a vacuum line that goes up to the petcock. I don't get it. I don't know why they did that. I'm sure there's some science behind it that I don't understand. I'm just super happy that I have spark, because I literally just took the motor wiring, which is right here, and it all plugged in just fine. I had to splice into this part with my motor's wiring and just cut out the old motor wiring, which is laying over there. But yep, everything plugs in like it's supposed to. Carburetors are on, nice and solid, no leaks in theory. I do only have one throttle cable hooked up because when both of them are hooked up, you could barely pull it and it doesn't want to return. So I'm not sure what's going on there. What else is going on with this thing? Rear wheel is out. I bought an axle for it because it doesn't have one. It had literally that piece of rebar holding it in. I don't know if you could see. That one, actually, I think that one does not have the rubber. It's supposed to be right there on that piece. It's not there. If you go down here, this one does have the rubber, which you could kind of, oh, maybe this one doesn't have it now either. Oh no, it does, just a little piece of rubber, that little piece there. I actually found that rubber that broke off in the bottom. I think that's something. So I got a new one of these coming, which I didn't even think about how hard this is gonna be to change right now. I'm not even sure if when I take it out, I gotta do some timing stuff. Oh, this spring is also completely shot. I guess it was worth doing. I'm actually gonna spray this down because the parts will be here sometime this week, and I'm guessing it is Monday currently. Magnets on here are cracked. You can see the crack right there. And on this one, I'm pretty sure this one's pretty badly cracked somewhere, if I recall. Oh yeah, right there. So they're both cracked in half. There's a whole argument saying, yeah, it'll be fine, and I'm still leaning towards it's probably gonna be an issue. Hopefully next time you see me working on this, I'll have parts in and this thing will be somewhat closer to running. All right, we got some parts. Now we're trying to get this lovely thing out. The bolt's out, but it doesn't want to move. So I'm just going back and forth. Oh, that moved a bunch. Till it pops free. That wasn't hard. So we got them out, and this thing is so beyond shot compared to that one. This one, it actually moves a little when you twist it. This thing is just, oh. This is supposed to actually spin, and it doesn't. So we would have no mechanical advance. This thing is junk. This one, on the other hand, if you look, I could show you, it spins. That's how you get your mechanical advance. Oh, so that's what that's supposed to do. I threw this on. These are a lot different, by the way. The magnets on this are, it's stronger, a lot better. I think that might have actually been my issue. Crap, this is the old wiring. Look at that. Huh, oh yeah. So the new one I just have routed off to the side here for testing purposes. Plug that in there. Okay, let's turn this thing over and see if the spark's any better. Yeah, there we go. Now we have spark. That looks a lot better. We got to go ahead and throw some gas in these carbs and see if it could just cough to life. This is, oh, wait, we got a leak. Where are we leaking? I actually don't know how we could be leaking. Oh, it's getting everywhere. I was going to say this is genius, but nothing. I just love the smell of gas fumes in the late afternoon. This is gas. That's a electrical battery charger. And that's an extension cord just sitting in the puddle glass. Anyways, this is the carburetors because, you know, wasn't running. Don't have starting fluid. I really need to go to the store and get starting fluid. But I took out this spark plug, checked timing, and this plug was dry, which was shocking to me. It doesn't smell like it has any gas or anything going to it. So I took the carbs apart, and Not gonna lie, they're pretty clean. This one's got a little bit of corrosion. I probably should have tore them into them, but if I didn't, I saw this, wouldn't have got anything anyway, so it would have been a waste. But this is the one that I took off in there, and there's just a little bit of debris in there, not a lot. The main jets, well, the jets are all cleared, took them out. Surprisingly, they are all broke free. Kind of looks like somebody was in here before. Gaskets are all in good shape, so I was like, what's making it not get fuel? Well, then I started looking, what are these? And I believe these are actually your idle jets. So that goes into this little hole in the bowl here. This is plugged up. I can't blow air through that if I wanted to. This one I think blows a little bit of air. The rest are pretty plugged. I think this one was the worst.
1 week later.
Good morning. So, a lot of stuff has happened off camera. Where I last left off with you guys was we were working on the carburetors, which were plugged up. At least I think only one was, but I actually got that unplugged with a little piece of wire, so we know we're good there. They're no longer plugged up. It does run. It actually sat here and idled for a little bit, and that was not actually because of the car. Well, I guess it could have been. The throttle was stuck open a little bit too much. Yeah, threw the boots on the carbs, didn't start. Frustrated, worked on the front brakes. They work. Oil's leaking everywhere because I threw oil in it. Again, wouldn't start, and then I figured out what was wrong with it. So what I did is I just picked up on the cable here and pulled it out of that little sleeve where my finger is right there, so it dropped it all the way down, and this thing literally went from like this to this, and I was like, oh! And sure as a whirl, it fired up and actually sat here and idled. I had to custom make a airbox lid. That's fiberglass tape. A few holes drilled on the top. It's not a perfect seal, but there's an air filter in there. I think that was partially why it wasn't running, was this wasn't all hooked up, but it literally sat here and idled for about, I don't know, 20 seconds before I killed it and said, all right, it's running good. I did rev it a little bit. It popped a bit. And again, I'm pretty sure, you know, this is got some vacuum leaks that need to be sorted out. That oil seal, that thing is... I've needed to change it the entire time. Like I said, this engine was not in this frame. I took this engine out of that frame. I can prove it because if you look, there's no oil on this frame. It's dust. Let's go over to this frame. This frame, oh, it looks like dust, but it's this thick oil film on here. Oh, yeah. So this frame, wow, it actually looks nice. It's been protected. It's got oil leaking all over it. Look at that side right there where the shifter seal was leaking. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but this had a bit of an oil leak. That is why, that's my way of proving that that engine was in this bike. Look at that. That is nuts. All that oil that leaked for years, they just kept probably adding to it. But there's the exhaust that was reused from that bike. It's covered in oil. This is nice and clean still. Oh man, there's my foot peg I wanted to use. Okay. All right, so to do the seal, luckily when the engine was out, I broke all these screws loose because I knew I had to do it. So we're gonna get a pan under here, although I don't think it's gonna matter. It's probably gonna still leak everywhere. I just don't want to make any more of a mess, I'm thinking. But yeah, pull these screws out. That seal should just tap out, put a new one in. This is definitely going to be a problem. I don't know if I should pull this. According to the internet, I shouldn't. I don't know why. Watch it not work now. Gosh, I'm nervous to do it. Because I'm afraid once it comes all the way out, there's no going back. I could probably pull it out to like here, clean it really good, and then it should slide over it, okay. Okay, so this does need to come out. Definitely made a pop when I took it out, and yeah, I'm getting some in this pan. I didn't think there was this much oil in it anymore. All right, we got it off. Oh man, I did tear the gasket right here. Hopefully that isn't a big deal to get off. Okay, it might be. I got a new gasket for it, of course. Oh gosh, that's a spider right here. Look at that. An oily, dried up, nasty spider. So, it looks okay from what I can see here. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's shot. Oh, there's no rubber. It's just metal. It looks like you could kind of like drop that in, it would line itself as it goes in. So you're like, oh, so this side will have like a stop, but it doesn't. And that was not a good sound to hear coming off of this thing. We're gonna ignore it. Ooh, you know what it probably was? It was... shoot, what fell? I heard a fall. Shoot. Oh, the dowel. There it is, too. The dowel fell out. Any idea where that went? A 14 mil socket. It fits just barely around it, which is perfect. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because there's that lip it goes in. And then we're going to use the wrong hammer, which a framer's hammer, you know. So just a few taps, nothing hard. We're just kind of test. Oh, geez, it went down already. Well, I was just seeing what it was going to do, but voila, okay. I should have thought of this originally. Ta-da! Use the vise and it goes right in. Who would have thought? Ta-da! All cleaned up. I got all the like burrs off of it. I had to use some sandpaper. Here's the new gasket. Look at that. I even got the genuine Kawasaki gasket. This is already cleaned up. We got to figure out where that dowel goes, which maybe right there. There has to be it. There's one here, so I'm guessing there. These are usually pretty much worthless except for electrical work, but maybe engine dowels. There we go. Dowel is on. Then we got this one and that bottom one. That was a lot of work, not gonna lie. I got it out and then it was kind of wallered, so I actually put it right here so I can access it and, you know, tap it on. This is actually the type of screwdriver you want to use when doing this. I just found this in my drawer. I completely forgot I had it, but see how the tip is flat? That's what you want. That's actually gonna go in there a lot better than what I was using. Oh, for crying in the mud. All right, let me get something on this so I can actually torque these down, because they do need to be torqued a little better than what I did. And yeah, cool. I'm gonna torque all this down, and then it's sprocket time, which I think is still on that bike. All right, we got it torqued down, and I was saying how worthless these pliers are, but you could literally wedge them in there, and I torqued this son of a bitch down to 150 foot-pounds. Not really, I did 120 and called it good enough because it was a lot. But cool, 120 foot-pounds. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I believe it was like in the 150 range. If not, I'm sorry, whoever has to take that off. Never mind, it was 110. So still don't know if that's correct. Again, if it's wrong and someone has to take it off one day, I am sorry. Okay, oil change. I technically should have all the oil drained out of it. We need to put this bolt back in it, pull the oil filter. Let's see, how bad is it under here? I haven't actually crawled under this thing to look. Oh yeah, she's a little, where are we with this? This hole? This has to be the hole, right? Yeah, I think so. Watch it not be. Oh no, it's right here. What the heck is that hole? I don't know. Oh, there it is. So, what is going on over there? Do you hear this? So we'll get this. We gotta pull that, and that'll be your filtration system. You probably should tighten that. I don't even know why I'm hearing car alarms going off, but you know what's sad is they can have their car alarms going off. The neighbors have their car alarms going off for You know, I don't even know if this had a crush washer now. Great. Oh my gosh, more car alarms. But they'll have those going off, but if I, you know, started this thing up early in the morning, it'd be the end of the world. They wouldn't have happened to make this. Oh good, they did, thank God. How tight do you think they have this? Well, that ain't coming off easily. Let me get more leverage. I can't really tell what's going on here. Is the whole thing turning? I don't know. You guys will have to tell me. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got oil. We got oil. Oh, it's making a mess. Okay, cool. Let's just get our hands up in there. Oh, it's bad design. This is terrible. Oh my gosh, why? I drained the oil this whole time we did everything, and this thing better be, oh, there we go. Uh-oh. Bad design, Kawasaki. I can't get it out with the exhaust. No way. I see it in there, but the stinking exhaust won't let it out. Okay, this is cool. We need to loosen this clamp, turn this clamp, get this out of here. Oh, never mind, there it went. All right, let's just, I'm gonna grab a rag and, oh, this was bad. Bad design, bad design. Come on, Kawasaki, do better. Alrighty, let's get a hold of this thing. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's slippery. Oh, its parts are coming off. So we got that. The bolt, which is now tight. Well, shoot, explain that one to me. Yeah, she's been, oh, she's definitely due for a new filter. It's literally crumbling apart in my hands. If I had to guess, I think it's gonna slide off, and then right here is the gasket we're gonna change, which I see it right there. Okay, cool, so that O-ring, and then that slides off. I'm already messy again, which is cool, but I'm gonna get the new one, and you know, just make sure that I ended up with the right part. Okay, I got this particular, good grief, what am I caught on? There we go. This particular oil, literally from Amazon, because it just came up on stuff I might need, which did they know. Made in USA. It's supposed to be exactly what I need. Don't know what that is. Oh look, instructions. Out of here. So we got 4 quarts of 1040 Power Sports engine oil, which is specific for motorcycles because of the clutch and everything. Here's the filter. Oh, it's the same as the, I'm guessing this is the, oh, look at that. Came with a funnel. Did it come with stickers? Oh, yeah. Came with stickers. Whatever this little, oh, you know what this is? This is to the drain plug. That's cool. What else is in here? Oh, and a sticker to tell you when you need to change it next time. All right, let's pop this open and see if it has, gosh, people. That looks close enough. Oh, there we go. O-rings, sweet. Well, let's go get messy. Let's make sure this works. Look at that, it's red. Okay, oil filtration is on. Now we're gonna put oil in this thing and watch it all leak out because something is still leaking after all of this. Okay. At least it came with a funnel. Yeah, this boat is actually my dad's, and this is oh yeah. I'm not saying I did this. This is not my doings. This is not from all the brake fluid that I got on here, which is, you know, it's funny. This is paint that I put on after I did this rubberized. Oh, this rubber stuff's soft too. All right, let's get the oil in here. Maybe I just can't let my dad. Oh, I just probably put all that in there. Well, you know, that's why it has a filter in it, right? How fast should we dump this? Oh yeah, look at that. You just pour it in there as fast as you want and it just, come on. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little brave here. That would have bent down. All right, there's almost a quart. I'm just gonna pour the whole quart in, and then we're gonna do the right thing, which is to stop after you do a whole quart and crawl under there and make sure you don't have something just profusely leaking. That was already there. All right, 2 more quarts. 2 more quarts, and then we'll be good. Boy, this oil stinks. It smells like gear oil. Ooh, it smells different. It's not like your conventional, regular engine oil. Oh, yeah. It says there, whoa, slow down there, Chris. 3.7 quarts. What the hell is 3.7 quarts? Is that? Oh God. It gets worse. I think it says 3.72 quarts on the side of the engine. We're gonna do 3 3/4 quarts. So we'll just we'll leave a quarter of a quart, a pint. All right, we'll leave a quarter of a quart, or known as a pint, in this last quart. It's just been so much fun talking about measurement systems. There we go. Lost the lid. I lost the lid, guys. I got the cap, but I lost the, oh, it's right here. Found it. All right. Now we're filling the carburetor bowls with a go-kart gas can, which I just realized I'm holding it the wrong way. And we're going to start it, let it sit here and idle, observe the oil light turn off. That would be nice. I don't think we'll need this now. I think the battery should be charged. God Lord, I'm tripping over so much crap. I cannot wait. Tell you, cannot wait to get this thing to a point where it's like, we could get rid of all this. Y'all know how it is. So choke. Maybe I'll key on, run. Ready? It'll fire right up first. Now it'll fire up. There, you heard it run. See, it's not too bad. It just went through all that gas. I found the noise. I thought I had an exhaust leak, but it's these little doodabs. Huh, cool. But yeah, look at this. No smoke. Isn't that great? The oil light turned off. And no more oil leak. We'll actually watch and see what happens. Think it'll start up again? I think it's out of gas, but... Did I see sparks? I see smoke. What's sparking over here? Well, that right there, folks, would be your starter relay. And that is the wire to the starter that is no longer bolted. Huh. Did I not put a bolt on that? Or nut? It's out of gas. So guys, if you like the bike and you want to see more of it, comment below. If you have any suggestions on stuff that I might be missing, which there's probably a bunch of stuff. All right, guys, if you did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in maybe the next one. We'll be still working on this bike. I don't know. Maybe it'll be done. I don't know. I'm going to do a few things off camera, and sometimes things get out of hand and stuff gets done much faster than it needs to. But take care, guys, and have a great night.